And as the return to learn is underway in much of mid-Missouri, today marks the return of Friday night football as well. ABC 17's Ben Fine is live at the headquarters of the High School Activities Association, and he's with Communications Director Jason West to talk more about what to expect this year. Good morning, Ben and Jason. A lot to look forward to, certainly.
Molly, I'm here with Communications Director for MSHSAA, Jason West. Jason, thank you for getting up early with us this morning.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course. Now let's jump right into things. Obviously, COVID-19 continues to be a big topic in all of school districts. Have there been any sporting events that have been impacted, needed to be delayed, changed regarding COVID-19?
We have seen some already, even though today is the first day. But leading up to this point, there have been some conditioning requirements that schools have to follow and have to get in 14 practices before students can compete. So there have been some issues with quarantines and things like that where some teams may not have enough team available to play tonight. So they've already changed out some of those schedules and found new opponents or are still looking for new opponents.
And you told me off camera actually that things have actually been moving pretty smoothly in regards to those reschedulings, cancellations such as that. So when something like that happens, what are the steps that a school district takes after it realizes, hey, we're going to need to change or cancel this game?
That was one of the things that we learned from last year and has certainly helped the transition into this year is once a team or a school finds out that they're have too many players in quarantine or are not going to be able to field a team for a particular contest, we ask that they reach out to their opponent as soon as possible to help with getting a new opponent if that other team would like to still have the opportunity to play. And so that has certainly happened leading up to today, and those opportunities have been able to be filled for the most part.
And you talk about being in communications with other school districts. How will contact tracing work between other districts given, let's say we play a game of football and there is an outbreak on one team? How will that school district get in contact, take steps to get in contact with the people that they need to?
Especially at the athletic director level, there is a tight-knit community, and athletic directors are in constant communication with each other, be it before a contest, leading up to, getting information out, as well as follow-up afterward. So I would say that would probably be the first step is the athletic directors get together and say, here's the situation, and then they can go through their own local protocols at that point.
And I know a lot of localities, school districts such as Columbia, for example, Jefferson City as well, have put mask mandates, some of these restrictions into place. It's obviously hard to look down the road, but how bad would things have to get for you guys to take another look and maybe have to put some statewide restrictions in place?
Well, like we said earlier, having a statewide blanket statement is not very conducive for all parts of the state. We have metro areas, we have rural areas that all have different resources and things like that, and so to put a blanket out there for everyone across the state, it's going to take something pretty big for that to happen. We saw the effects of that not last spring, but the spring before, when everything was shut down and we didn't have any opportunities, and we know the effects that had on our students, as well as the coaches and administrators having to sit through that. And so we want to try to avoid that as much as possible. So it would take something pretty big for that to happen again, I believe.
Certainly. Hopefully we won't have to deal with that this school year. Jason, that's all the time we have for you right now. Stay tuned. Later in the show, we're going to be talking more with Jason about some of these COVID-19 protocols. Molly?